What's going on, folks? Just catching up on the last of the work I did today. I had to finish painting some stuff and I'm done. But I wanted to talk to you guys because if you recall, in the previous video we discussed some things and I want to follow up on those videos. On that video. And this will be the part 2. Now, I want you guys, because throughout the week and stuff when I was doing painting and I had to move stuff around and take stuff out and cover things and all of these stuff, I was out in the shed and it's a hot day. There were a lot of flies out. So as I came in and out of the work area I was going in, sometimes I would leave the door propped and these flies would get in there. I'm out in the country. We have these big horse flies and stuff. And previously, like I told you guys in the last video, previously in these situations, these insects, right, or critters as you like to call them, would present themselves as pests to you because they're disturbing your way of life, right? So you move in an area heavily populated by these animals, these other creatures that populate this planet, just like you. You move into their areas, and then you view it from a standpoint that they're infringing in your space. You see how you think. I can recall there was a time I was out somewhere. I was staying at a place, and there was I'm always doing these things out on these campgrounds and stuff. When I travel, and they had this little convention or gathering or something close to where I was. And, there was a large group of people. I guess the property owners rented out this space or something. So this land, you had this group one day. And you had a lot of people from the group. I recall standing on the porch, at this large place and looking at these other people across the way somewhere, looking at me and staring at me like, why is this guy here? And I'm looking at them like, I live here. You see what I mean? So humans have a way of doing things where we come into other people's spaces. We've done this throughout history. Going to other people's spaces, take their spaces, and that's narcissism. You see what I'm saying? Self-serving. When I talk about self-serving behaviors, these are the behaviors that I'm talking about. Now, when I relate this to the Most High, because in the previous video, I spoke about a great story where a man was taking a walk, in the heavens one day. And in this situation, he was walking along a path with the nature goddess, and they were discussing man, because man has suppressed and done things to other creatures on the planet, which is part of the reason why there would be a reckoning, because you guys don't understand the oneness. That's why I keep trying to explain to you. You're one with everything, okay? So you scoff at the idea of not showing respect to another creature that has the same life force you have, because the Most High is giving you all the life force. Because I know the Most High is actually real, folks. I'm dead serious about what I'm saying. You are the fools if you scoff at what I'm saying. You are the self-servers if you scoff at what I'm saying, because you want to do what you want to do, right? Even when you know the truth. See, that's what makes a fool, folks. A fool can be confronted with the reality of something, and they will fragment that reality and make their own. This is what narcissists do, folks. This is why I told you they're the problem in your world society. Not the world, because guess what? I know the world. So when you think about the level of this information that I'm gaining and this knowledge that the Most High is blessing me with on a daily basis, because it's all Him. Even when it's them, it's Him. And just like the nature goddess, all of the gifts that the Most High provides to you are extensional gifts, but they are always Him. You are Him. So let me give you an example for you fucking fools out there who don't appreciate pop culture references to understand humility. And I'm going to keep doing this, because this is what's the point of me talking to you if I'm not trying to educate those people who can wake up. Now, if you can't wake up, you don't have that ability, you're not going to get this anyway. You're going to say, hey, this guy talks slow. Or you're going to say something stupid because you want sensationalism, right? If I were boxing a kangaroo on this channel, your motherfucking ass, a million of your motherfucking idiot asses would be watching this shit. But you wouldn't relate it to the fact that the kangaroo is just like you. And see, that would be the bigger knowledge to gain. Okay? You see what I'm trying to explain to you folks? You're one with everything. And when you're selfish and you say, well, I can eat that animal, you're not aware of the fact that there are greater things that caretake you that could do the same to you if they so chose. Right? So you don't show humility to things that you feel you have power and might over, right? When you're shown it every day. What is the only expectation of the great ones when they provide these gifts for you? Because I'm going to get back to this example I'm trying to get you to see. What is the only thing they expect from you? Do they expect praise from you? No. Because they're in service to the Most High, folks. They do everything. They don't wait. They don't charge you anything to do these things for you, to provide you these gifts, because they are Him. He is extended in them. Man, I'm going to give you an example, because you fucking fools, like I was saying, you don't appreciate things on this level. So I'm gonna have to put it in a pop culture reference for you fucking fools, because you're in material reality and you think this is all it is. So I'm gonna give it to you as it is. And you're current. You go in McDonald's, there's a kiosk, because you love this technology and shit, this bullshit technology. And you can place your order and do all types of things, the same transactional things you could do with another living human, except you're dealing with a machine who's processing that transaction and you're getting your food in the same manner, right? But let's say for instance, the kiosk takes your money or something happens that malfunctions your information or something, anything, right? When you reach out to get help for what that kiosk did, you consult the actual parent company, the actual big chain of restaurant or something. You don't fuck around and talk to the kiosk, right, when you want your refund, right? So when you're refunded that money, when you send your thank you letter or whatever your inquiry was about, do you think the kiosk, do you go into that establishment and stick a post-it note on the kiosk and say, thank you, Mr. Kiosk, for giving me my money back? The kiosk is merely an extension of the actual business. You're talking about like McDonald's or something, or any of these big places. You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? They are the company. They are who you're dealing with. They are the actual authority. The kiosk is merely doing transactions and duty. The kiosk is not charging you, is it? Right? So I'm trying to show you that in that sense, they're in service. All beings in the universe are in service, folks. And in this balance, his balance, there's a vortex of energy. There's light energy and dark energy. Because you are in a middle ground place, and I'm trying to get you to see this, you are in low vibration because you have low self-esteem for various reasons that man has. He wants to feel good, so he steps on other people to feel I'm big. You see, when you're really one with that person, folks. You see what I'm trying to explain to you on all these levels. Your humility. So that guy was walking with the nature goddess, and he was trying to understand why man cannot reason, even when if you could show man the reality, would he stop doing it? No. Mr. Burn food processor guy is going to keep fucking doing whatever he's doing because he's getting some money for it. But that money is not even real. So when you really boil it down, folks, it's about how somebody feels. When you work in society and everything you do and everything they do is all about something that doesn't even fucking exist. So let me ask you a question. Are you fucking crazy or not? Just revisit what I just asked you. Okay. So all week, me cleaning up, and I know I'm all over the place, but okay. All week I'm cleaning up, while I'm painting and trying to get stuff sorted. And these flies are in the house, right? And so, because I'm in this place, folks, and I laugh, because previously in my life, you guys know these times, and it's hot as crap up in here. You guys know these things in life where you've been in these places where, let me roll this window down. I should cut my AC on, but I'm not sure if that'll affect the sound a little bit. Sunroof will do it. That's all right. Because we'll get this out of the way. Because this really, the information is what I need you guys to gain or grab. In previous times of your life, you guys have been chasing flies and knocking over fucking furniture and doing all types of stupid shit, right? You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? You have done this. You've had a bug in your house. As soon as you saw an ant or something, the first thing you did was step on that ant. That ant was just merely going about its day, folks. It has a life force. It wants to live. Trust me, if you stomp on the ground beside the ant, it will run. If a giant stomps on the ground beside you, what will you do? Exact same emotion, folks, but you're not able to reason that because you're greater than the ant, right? Or so you think. So on that level, you don't realize that the ant is the nature goddess. All of the animals are her, right? And on that level, you have to reason that she is Mother Earth. Mother Earth and her are one, folks. I keep trying to explain to you, right? This is how extensional works. The heavens, God is all things. So everything, when you break it down, it rolls back to him. He is standing behind nothingness. And he decided to consciously project everything that you're living and experiencing. So it's still him. You are still him, folks. I'm trying to get you to see this. This is why you shouldn't do what you're doing. And maybe it's okay to eat an animal or something, but you should be thankful for everything that you're doing, right? I don't get into that part of it because I'm not interested in that, folks. This experience is so great for me. I'm trying to hold on to God. When the reckoning comes, I know I'm going to be delivered. I'm trying to, for those of you who have that vibration, I'm trying to get you to see this. Okay? But those flies pestered me, and simply, it was literally a matter, and I'm not even playing with you guys. And I know you think I'm playing, but I literally caught about 8 flies over the past week. How long did it take me to catch these flies, folks? You know how you have flies flying around your house or somewhere you're working, and they're in your car or something, and you're swatting and busting windows and doing all kinds of shit trying to get this fly because you're trying to kill it. And why is it running from you, folks? Because it's alive, folks. It doesn't want you to bash its head in, folks. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Can you reason that? Is it not moving around just like you are? So it's alive, right? That life force is the Most High, folks. We all are connected and one on that level, folks. So humility is something that once I show you that, if you don't want to do it, you're in that vibration, like I said. So you'll resonate in that place, folks. And when the reset comes, your proper placing will be in lower vibration, in the hellish world somewhere. And for those of you who are tough and scoff and talk shit, well, all I request of you is during that time, when that time comes, when either reckoning comes or maybe you may pass before this time comes, when your soul moves on, because it never dies, folks, the vibrational atoms that you carry will put you in whatever vortex that God places you in, because this is his science. So if you're a fucking fool and you dealt foolishness, that's where you will reside in your next space. In lower energy. It's not happiness in lower energy places. So if you find it harder and harder every lifetime to find the light, folks, you get lower and lower in the pit of abyssness. This is why the hellish worlds are like quicksand, folks. This is why I say you make the choice yourself. God sets it up and let you be the fucking fool. He'll give you the knowledge if you seek it, but most of you don't want to seek it. I told you go through your hearts, folks. When you go through your hearts, you will see that cat or that dog, and you will see them for who they really are, folks. Right? When you're one with Mother Earth, you are one with nature, folks. So you don't deal with the animals and things on that level. I caught about 8 flies this past week with no problem. Most of you would take the whole fucking day. Sometimes you won't even catch that fly. You'll go to the blind, the fly will get away. 2 days later, the fly's limping around, still flying. And you're like, that fly's still here, right? Well, with me, all I do is simply request the fly to help me get out of the house, whether by means of me opening the door and the fly just goes out, or I'll calmly sit there and I have this little cup, I call it my catch cup, right? And I just sit there because I trust the nature goddess, like I was telling you in the last video. We're one. She's my family, folks, so I have no reason to want to kill the fly. I know the fly will cooperate with me because the fly knows that I'm one with it. It'll respect me, so I simply request. And I sat there all week long in different situations. I had flies buzzing around the house while I'm doing this work and stuff out here. I sat there in the shed, sat on the bench, stuck a cup out. I gotta have one of those big, huge cups that I call it my catch cup. Just sat there and put the cup up like this. The fly flew in the cup, sat in the cup for me. I put the lid on the cup, went to the door, and just let the fly go. Any bug that I experience, folks, Let me pay attention. Any bug that I experience, folks, it happens in the same fashion. It could be a spider, anything. I've had situations, y'all know when I'm out in at the cabin or whatever, I could be taking a shower any given morning. There could be a huge spider in my shower because I'm out in the wilderness, folks. This is their home too. But see, I know that because I'm one with them, folks. So when we're in each other's space, because they know me and they respect me because I know the nature goddess, folks, they simply honor my request. If I see a giant spider in the shower, I simply see the spider and don't fear it or don't have a first reaction as a human to smash it or bust its head open or do anything, because that's craziness. Think about how you think. This is why you're able to kill each other. I said this in the last video. I'm sweating. A pig, y'all. Jesus, hot in this car. But I want you guys to understand that, right? The vibrational levels that keep you from being in the hellish, a heavenly world is why you guys will go to the hellish world. And you exist in these places because you don't have the vibration to support a heavenly world, folks. Mother Earth is in charge of this vessel, folks. In case you didn't know, I know her, folks. So when you say I'm talking in theory or some foolishness and you try to challenge what I'm saying, I don't even care what you're saying. I know the earth. I'm walking on this earth. I'm breathing air. And the actual being who makes my fucking air and yours too, you shit wiping idiots. The actual being who does this. It's my family. It's my great friend, folks. I'm being mentored by the great son, folks. On a great one. Who is present right now. You understand what I'm saying, folks? I'm trying to get you folks to grab this. This is really for the people who need to wake up though. All week long in different situations when I encounter any type of other creature, because I'm a creature myself in this vessel, but those souls of bugs and everything, that life force, they're in an experience just like you are, folks. They're stepping into a sleeve just like you are. You're not any better than a bug or anything. You understand what I'm saying to you? Who the hell are you to take large quantities of animals and reproduce them, mess up their genetics and do all kind of crazy stuff and think you're okay to do that because you don't believe that the Most High is real. He is observing everything you're doing, folks. Right? So you understand that you're one with everything, and that oneness is about trust. All of that stuff. You don't have to be unreasonable to another person. You can reason with anything. If you're consciously coexisting with that thing. When you guys say coexist, you don't mean that. You just mean coexist while y'all go over there and we'll go over here and we'll peacefully live over here and y'all live over there. But you're never separate from anything, folks, because everything is the Most High. So for the ignorant of you, you will realize on the day of reckoning how foolish you were. And how foolish I am for not cutting the AC on in this car. Woo, man. So that's what I want you guys to understand. When I talk about nature, you guys say, aha, and all that, because you want sensationalism. You want to hear a good, story or something that makes you feel good, because you're not looking within yourselves to reason who you are. If you're doing this stuff, and if you are, part of cleansing yourself is saying, I am doing it. I am having that type of mindset. Let me get this thing together. I am having that type of mindset. You get what I'm saying? And I want to change it. I realize the truth has been presented to me fucking my face. And if I don't want to go along with reality, which is the truth, right? Then that means I'm in the darkness. And that means I'm one of those people that want to do that. And that's who you guys have become, folks. That would mean that. Right? I hold on to the Most High every day, folks. He is God. I know it. I'm humble because I know his great power. I know I'm nothing, folks. You guys don't know that, and that's the problem. I love bad behavior, folks. But I love the knowledge that God has blessed me with, because now I know that I'm one with everything. Right? Animals, all things, folks. And they simply are one with me, and they are respectful of me because I'm respectful of them. And it's just that simple. You have to go through your hearts first, folks. You have to get some things right with God first. See, a lot of you will try to test the waters and scoff and try to go and test it out as if this is some kind of game or something. Not realizing you have to connect to God first. He has to pull the veil back before you can get this experience, folks. In order to be mentored by the great ones, folks. The nature goddess. You understand what I'm saying to you? For you to know the reality. But you'll play around and try to cheat God. You can't cheat God, folks. Okay? He's in your space giving you life. He knows everything. So on that day of reckoning, when you're judged, you can't hide anything from him. I just want you to know that. You guys going over to my website, thinkbehavior.info, pick up my book, I Love Bad Behavior. You can pick the book up on Amazon, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm getting ready to cut the AC on and open this window or do something. You guys have a nice day. We'll talk soon. Y'all take care.